All right, I'm Osei Kweku, and welcome to the Daily Mix. Make sure you check me out on 100.3 The Beat from 2 to 7 p.m. Follow me at Osei the Dark Secret and at The Beat STL. All right, get ready. It's almost time to fall back. Daylight savings time comes to an end this Sunday. The good news is you'll gain an extra hour of sleep. The bad news, well, the day will begin to get shorter. In fact, on Sunday, St. Louis will see the sun set at around 4:56 p.m. Officially, daylight savings ends at 2 a.m. Have you ever wondered why that time? That's because it is believed to be the time that will have the least impact on the most people. It's late enough that most bars and restaurants have closed, yet early enough that most shift workers will not be clocking in yet. Daylight savings time is also a great time to start a new tradition. Experts recommend making this time the year that you change your batteries in your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. So this Sunday, November 5th, change those batteries and don't forget to set your clocks back 1 hour. A furry frequent visitor at the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department's North Patrol now has a new name and a new home. The police department recently tweeted out photos of Felony enjoying her new home. Officers set up the wooden cat house for the stray, along with food and water, making her an official police cat. The cat house is decked out with a cat door, the St. Louis police seal, and a friendly warning that trespassers will be persecuted. You can check out Felony on Twitter by following the St. Louis, Missouri Police Department at SLMPD. Coming up, we've got my man Al Anderson, CEO of 7 Entertainment Group, and let's get into today's Daily Mix. If you're going to be downtown later this week, stop by City Hall and check out the License Collectors City Business Open House. This monthly event gives the local business owners the opportunity to meet with the public and showcase their products and services. November's featured businesses include the Lux Loft, Natural Brows, Beauty Mark Spa, Dexter Art Studio, Riz Vanovic Cosmetic, and Blessing Home Health. They will all be set up in the City Hall Rotunda this Thursday and Friday, November 2nd and 3rd, from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Stay up to date with the License Collector on Twitter or at stlouis-mo.gov/license collector. The open house will also have tickets available for a tribute to Dick Gregory. St. Louis comedians will come together to pay tribute to the St. Louis native who passed away in August at the age of 84. Gregory was a pioneer in stand-up comedy and a civil rights crusader. Throughout his life, he was also an author, businessman, health advocate, speaker, and even a presidential candidate. He often came home to St. Louis to fight for the causes he believed in. A tribute to Dick Gregory will take place at Harris Stowe State University in the Henry Gibbons Auditorium this Saturday, November 4th at 2 p.m. For ticket information, visit metrotix.com or call 314-534-1111. The Human Rights Campaign has awarded the City of St. Louis a perfect score on the Municipal Equality Index. The index is the only nationwide system that rates the inclusion of the LGBTQ in municipal law, policy, and services. The ratings are based on non-discrimination laws, municipal services, law enforcement, the city leadership's public position on equality, and more. Mayor Lyda Crewson spoke to the importance of inclusion, saying, quote, "We will continue to make sure St. Louis is an inclusive city, and we hope this score will help us attract more LGBTQ families, business owners, and tourists." You can read the full Municipal Equality Index report at hrc.org/MEI. Dr. May Jemison, the first African-American woman to travel into space, was in town last week. As the lead ambassador for Bayer's Making Science Make Sense program, Dr. Jemison spoke to 3rd and 4th grade students at the St. Louis Science Center's McDonald Planetarium. She shared with them her journey from the inner city of Chicago to performing experiments aboard the Endeavour space shuttle in 1992. As an astronaut, physician, scientist, and engineer, Dr. Jemison has made it her mission to encourage students to embrace science and math classes and consider careers in STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. To learn more about Dr. Jemison and Baer's Making Science Make Sense program, visit makingsciencemakesense.com. Washington University is ranking high on yet another best college list. Just last month, the university was ranked number 18 by U.S. News & World Report. They came in at number 29 on this latest list that was recently published by Wallet Hub. The personal finance website looked at nearly 1,000 higher education institutions in the U.S., comparing them on everything from affordability and student selectivity to graduation rates and career outcomes. WashU was the only St. Louis school to place in the top 100. Wallet Hub also ranked the schools by region. When it comes to the Midwest, WashU comes in at number 4. You can read more about the 2018 college and university rankings at wallethub.com. The sky will be a golden sea of light in Eureka this weekend as the Lantern Fest returns to St. Louis. Thousands come out for the annual family-friendly event. Throughout the day, participants can enjoy live music, a stage show hosted by on-air personalities from 106.5 The Arch, inflatables, face painting, s'mores, balloon twisters, and pictures with princesses. This year, festival goers can also enjoy expanded food options or bring outside food into the event. Once the sun goes down, the lanterns will be released, creating a beautiful light show as they rise into the night sky. The Lantern Fest will be hosted at the Brookdale Farms Corn Maze this Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's event is sold out. However, there are still tickets available for Sunday, November 5th. For more information about the 2017 Lantern Fest, visit 1065thearch.com. Do you think you have what it takes to be a model? Well, Mother Model Management and iHeartRadio have teamed up in the search for the fresh faces for the Tribute 2017 fashion show. The Tribute Model Search is looking for females ages 13 to 23, or at least 5'8", and males ages 17 to 23, who are between 6'1" and 6'3". All aspiring models should come with clean faces and no makeup, wearing simple, figure-flattering clothes and heels. There's no experience necessary, and pictures will be taken on site, so there's no need for professional photos. Mother Model Management has discovered some of the top models in the world, and many of them got their start on the Tribute runway. The model search will take place on Sunday, November 12th from 2 to 4 p.m. at Dave & Buster's. For more information, check out mothermodelmanagement.com. This Saturday is the last day for children to enter the Christmas in St. Louis 2017 Coloring and Essay Contest. The Christmas in St. Louis Foundation and the St. Louis Public Library are inviting children between the ages of 5 and 13 who are currently in kindergarten through 8th grade to participate in the contest. Children in kindergarten through 2nd grade are invited to download an unfinished poster to color and submit. Those in 3rd through 8th grade are encouraged to submit an original essay that begins on the first day of Christmas, St. Louis gave to me. The 4 first-place winners, one from each age group, will be named Junior Grand Marshals of the 2017 Amarin St. Louis Thanksgiving Day Parade and will also receive an autographed copy of the St. Louis 12 Days of Christmas and a replica World Series ring. 2nd and 3rd place winners will also receive autographed copies of the book along with other prizes. Submissions must be received by the St. Louis Public Library no later than this Saturday, November 4th. Blank posters and more information can be found by visiting slpl.org or christmasinstlouis.org. Who says there's no such thing as a free ride? The Downtown Kirkwood Advisory Commission has teamed up with Austin-based Electric Cab North America to offer free downtown electric cab services during times that typically have a high demand for public parking. The Downtown Kirkwood Connector pilot program is part of the city's downtown master plan and parking study. Currently, the pickup and drop-off locations are Kirkwood City Hall, Station Plaza garages, and customer parking in the northern end of the district. However, new stops could be added at a later date. The free service kicked off last week and is expected to run through November 18th, with the possibility of an extension to December 30th. The free rides will be offered on Thursdays and Fridays from 5 to 9 p.m. and Saturdays from 1 to 9 p.m. Visitors can either hail a cab or call 314-252-8889 to request a ride. Mayor Crewson has appointed Irene Eggleston as the city's new Director of Human Services. Eggleston is a native St. Louisan who has dedicated her career to working with at-risk populations. She has been with the City of St. Louis since 2015, previously serving as the department's Chief Program Manager for the Division of Homeless Services. During that time, she has worked closely with the city departments to open the Biddle House Opportunity Center and strengthen the Continuum of Care network to address homelessness. She says tremendous progress has been made in the community, but acknowledges there is still a lot more work to be done. You can learn more about the Department of Human Services by visiting stlouis-mo.gov. You can do anything you want when you set your mind to it, and a Florissant teen is proving just that. Recently, the St. Louis Post-Dispatch shined a light on Nigel Bailey, who at just 16 years of age has earned every Boy Scout merit badge. That's 137 badges to be exact. Nigel joined the Boy Scouts when he was in the first grade. During this time as a Cub Scout, he earned an Overachiever Award, and that was when he decided that he wanted to go into the Boy Scouts. He would also try to get all the badges once he entered. He made Eagle Scout when he was 12, and in the 4 years since, he has met his goal of earning every badge. And if another badge should be added, he is ready. In the meantime, he is staying plenty busy, taking welding classes and Japanese. You can read more about Nigel and Joe's St. Louis in the lifestyle section at stltoday.com. Here's a pretty cool story. Now, last month, the St. Louis Fire Department made its international television debut. Two St. Louis City firefighters, Captain Bill Palahan and firefighter Jessica Jackson, traveled to Switzerland to switch places with two Swiss firefighters for the Jobtausch, which is job swap in English. Their episode was selected as the season premiere and aired at the end of September. You can see the firefighters in action on Job Swap by going to the St. Louis Fire Department's Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. Coming up, I've got my man Al Anderson right now. He's the CEO of 7 Music Group and is the creative director on a number of different projects with musicians, producers, and actors. He also just recently produced PeaceFest and a number of other upcoming projects. Al, how you doing, my guy?
Man, if I was doing any better, I couldn't stand.
Great to have you here, and thank you for joining us, man.
Yeah.
So 7 Music Group, you've had a passion for music, obviously been here in St. Louis, really trailblazing for quite a while. Tell us a little bit about yourself in 7.
I'm born and raised here in St. Louis, been a musician all my life. Created 7 Music Group about 20 years ago just as a platform, a launching pad for other artists like myself who were looking for an opportunity to work on their craft without the strain of having to make money at it right away, and to go into different areas, not just instrumental music by being instrumentalist or vocal musician, maybe you're a creative artist in some other form. And so that's why I started 7 Music Group years ago, and we're still doing it today.
Well, let's talk about this. St. Louis has a rich musical history.
Yeah.
I mean, some very notable names from Ike and Tina Turner to Miles Davis, Chuck Berry, of course, rest in peace. But that history is very much there. What do you think the future is? Because with these bones, obviously, there's a place for St. Louis, and you know we can't forget Nelly as well.
Yeah, these bones are getting new life, man. Sinews being added to those bones, getting new life and building up this area back to where it was. You know, almost 20 years ago, this was the hotbed for hip hop music. And it still have those hip hop artists here, R&B artists with phenomenal voices. And it's time for us to just embrace who we are as a city and build upon that, build upon our rich history. And start some new legacies, some new artists coming out that 20, 30 years from now to say, I remember back then when they just got their start here. But not just make St. Louis a launching pad, but a place where they can grow and become strong and be able to feed their families and be able to work here as a performing musician.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of the production side of what you do, this past weekend was an incredible weekend.
You can hear it in my voice.
Yeah, you and me both. All right, we were all out there.
Right.
I was able to bear witness. But let's talk about PeaceFest with Better Family Life. How did that come about?
Well, several years ago, I was an employee at Better Family Life, and they have a yearly event called Family Week. James Clark, who's the the vice president of community outreach, puts together this whole week of events. He asked me to come back this year to help with PeaceFest. I had done it many, many years before, and to help bring all the things together. So I was the creative director for that. And it was really, really cool. What we give is an opportunity for unsigned artists to come and perform on the stage. So what you saw on Saturday, despite the cold, we had about 20 artists on one stage, and thanks to our corporate sponsors, Extreme Institute by Nelly, we had another 15 artists perform on another stage. They was out there freezing, but it gave them an opportunity to perform on a large stage with a big sound stage and a lot of people there just hyped for them, and that's an opportunity that you don't normally get. So that's what was so great about this weekend, man. And that's why I don't have a voice, because I'm out there walking around and cheering for those guys. But that's what PeaceFest is all about, and hopefully it'll continue going forward. It's been around for a while, but we want to see it get bigger and better. And shout out to Better Family Life for even considering me to come and do this with them this year.
And speaking of that, I mean, what I saw with PeaceFest was a major opportunity for the region to do something that I don't think really is existing at this present moment. Hip hop is at an all-time high, specifically speaking to that genre, but it was open to artists from everywhere, correct?
That is correct,
so
man.
You had all types of artists, all types of genres.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
We had spoken word out there, man, some hot spoken word. We even had gospel artists out there. We had a choir that was a mass choir of a lot of churches here in the St. Louis area that sang out there, led by Minister Malcolm Speed, which was great. We had acoustic artists, you know, that just coming out there with their guitar doing their thing, spoken word, R&B, gospel, male, female. It was all good. We even had a group out there, man. They had a nice little show, kind of reminiscent to a Prince type of atmosphere. So we had a lot going on out there, man. And they all did it for free, man. None of those artists got paid, which was hot too, that they came out and gave their art for the community.
There it is. Well, I know that this opportunity is going to be ongoing. It looks like it's only going to get bigger and better.
Bigger and better.
A real festival, to say the least.
Yeah.
If people want to get in touch with you, Seven Music, they want to be a part of what you're doing, and they want to get or take advantage of the platform that's here in St. Louis, what should they do?
Hey, man, I'm a direct guy, so you can call me directly on my cell, 314-229-1996, 229-1996. Hit me up, say, Al, I'm X, Y, and Z. I like to touch people. I like to sit down and meet with people. You could also hit me up on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, Musician Al. I'm on Twitter. All of those are open. And just reach out to me, and we'll sit down, face to face, talk about your future. I tell people all the time, don't tell me your dream unless you want it to come true. So that's how you get a hold of me, man. I'm real accessible.
Well, we said we were going to make a commitment to making sure we took some artists from this PeaceFest stage to the national/international stage. So much respect, brother.
Hey, man, I appreciate this time.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thanks to Al Anderson, CEO of Seven Music Group. That's going to do it for today's show. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, and drop us a line at thedailymix@stltv.net. We definitely want to hear from you. And that's it for the Daily Mix, but keep it right here on STL TV and experience St. Louis.